The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Go team! Watch the safety creep!
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
And 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Sua Cravens. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
It's now 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Alert, alert. Check.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
51, Mike 51. Trump. They're running it. Mike 51. Get that quarterback. And off. Spot that. 52. Check.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. First down, and it's Pollard again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
14.
From the 22, Wilson, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Second and 12 at the 34-yard line.
They'll come up after the sack on a second and 12.
Check. 6 guys.
Wilson. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Spot that. No. 58 for Mike. 58 for Mike. Watch the pass. Hold tight. Spell. Check 24. Watch 24.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Come on, D. Touch 50. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Boom. Back to you. I'm going back to you. And 58 is the Mike. Going 58's the Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to wind up and air it and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike 6. Mike, go. Ready? Hey, check Mike 6. Watch the run. Mike 6.
Operating from the gun. Love. This is Coleman with a grab. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Ready? Mike 6. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right there. Gun. Rush in. Far left. Hey, alert 3.
Run for Pollard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Go, go, go. 58, come on.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's second down. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning.
Shoot. Check 50, check 50. Hey, switch gears. Move the team. Fresh down.
On second down, it's Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Tony Pollard, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On first down, Love. Open man is Ross, complete. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Completes it to Coleman. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when. And he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Move. Mike 5. I'm here all day. Mike 5. Check pass. Yep. Mike 5. You don't want none, baby. You don't want. Yes. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. Orbit.
On 1st and 10, Love. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Strong right. Even. 4 down. Even. Find the mic.
Back to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
That's how we do, D.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Joseph is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This will be taken very short. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Love. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
To throw on 3rd down. Love. He's got his man. It's Williams. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. He's got a man. It's Williams. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Mike 6. Mike 6. Check right, check right.
From the gun, Love. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Off the play fake. Love. That's caught by Waller out left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 25, check 25.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Love. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready?
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Alert flare,
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
Got you, boy. Go, go, go,
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Now Wilson throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Forced out to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby able to run it down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Max Crosby able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Go.
To throw is Wilson, operating from the gun, dancing to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Williams. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
66. Bullet high.
throwing on first down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, check right. Yep. Right six. All day. Blue dot workers. Blue dot workers. White six. White six. You can't block me. You can't block me. Alpha.
Back to throw. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating from the gun. Love. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Stephon Tuitt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Martin. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us a...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw. Love. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
1st down, Raiders.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Love. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Steelers 21, Raiders 18. Greg
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. 12
yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Joker. Pick the edge. Go. Shoot. 14.
Pollard going to try the right side. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now the Raiders gonna burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Switch. 19. He's crashing. He's checking crash. SOS.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions and giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers are close to finishing off this football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now here's Pollard, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Pollard, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Pittsburgh, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.